just to know what you need. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control.
Ok, bonjour. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Tac, tac. Hop. Hop. Il fait compliqué. Ok. On est bien là. Bon bah du coup on va faire la quête d'histoire de Xianyun. C'est ça? Xianyun. Putain j'ai inversé. Attendez, je vais changer parce que... Alors c'est comment? Xianyun. C'est ça? Merde. Xianyun. Ouais c'est ça. Voilà, ça fait mieux déjà. Bon. Tac, donc... Pourquoi t'es revenu là, toi? The fuck. Est-ce qu'on l'a fait tout de suite? Avant, il y a un petit événement. Tiens, on va faire... Qui a l'air sympathique. On va le faire d'abord parce que j'ai peur de le proc en route. Donc j'ai joué un peu au matin. Je me suis connecté... J'ai essayé les personnages. J'ai dépensé les résines là. Et c'est tout. Mais en vrai, pour ceux qui ont envie de faire des compos exubérance, bah Yamiko c'est trop fort en fait. Je vous conseille vraiment de la poule et puis de la bulle. Dans les compos exubérance c'est vraiment fort. Il y a des petits trucs pour le festival des lanternes ici. Est-ce qu'on voit? Non, on voit pas de lanterne. C'est dommage. Mais tout est décoré. Je trouve ça stylé. Et le jeu il paraît tellement plus triste quand il n'y a plus les décorations. Ah, du coup faut que je remonte. Je sais pas si j'ai fait Non. C'est pas grave, xAurelien.
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure... Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What?
And we decided to come check out,
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yanxiao's behalf too.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of guests pouring in for the lantern ride. Things got busy, I started rushing, and I ended up well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up.
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse. And
But the lantern ride's only just finished. And we're still getting tons of guests. Plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations. We can't just bring in some random chef.
Listen to you. Anyone would think that, but he's not wrong. Yanxiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it,
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find.
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out? Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall.
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people who...
Maybe a story for another time. More importantly,
Well, since it's you,
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
I did say that, didn't I?
I should warn you.
Oh.
L'argent
so he's
avant
not
tout.
leaving the kitchen after all?
Bon, je ne sais, j'ai des moras à plus savoir quoi en
I
faire.
believe there's some spare kitchenware.
Of course.
J'aimerais bien
of course.
transférer
I'll
des
take care
moras
of
en
it.
crédit sur Honkai. Ça me serait très utile.
Whew. All done. Come, take a look. This was made with your measurements in mind. It's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease goes a long way. All right, Yanxiao.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original? Boy, you really hate when people...
No, it's nothing like that. As boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. Anyway, having the right equipment is a big part of that. Ill-suited. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay, and what about precision and...
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use. When you cook for yourself, you can always add...
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dish...
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to cater... Don't worry. Matter of fact, someone... And of course, I'll be around... There's no time to lose, so let's get...
Oh, Paimon's memories...
Ah, merci Silver Axel pour le follow.
What ticket are we on again?
Salut, comment ça va?
Onions, but no chilies. Table 2 was chilies, but no onions. And table 3 was...
Ah, ça va bien, merci.
Just leave floating. We didn't even get a break in the middle.
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time served. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today would have been...
No strange request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy sauce. Even Paimon has never...
It's a wide world out there. People have all kinds of different tastes. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific. So as long as you do what they asked, you're unlikely to have any...
Excuse me. Are you still open by any chance?
Paimon knows that voice.
Tu vois la voix de féminin un peu, non?
What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here. If only we'd gotten...
It's all right. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Winnie. So busy being a greedy.
Linny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the traveler here?
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing, which is like... Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. What about you guys? Don't tell us. Father sent you on another mission?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vac.
Father said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our next mission.
Ma team actuellement c'est Ayaka, Yilan, Yurina et Shinobu.
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's lantern rites.
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show.
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store. We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything.
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another...
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right, the name doesn't give...
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the...
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yes.
Yes. Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something?
One more thing. Please.
Bon, pas de piment.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. Still, there's this crab and shrimp stir fry I know that could work.
Ooh, that sounds perfect!
Well, this is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. Here's the recipe. When you're ready, go.
Voyons, essayons. Je peux le faire avec espace. Maintenez et relâchez au bon moment. Merde. Modifier la décoration. Ok. Joyau du palais.
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called the Palace Jewels.
Ah, yes. We meant to say, you two.
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? Oh, right, of course. You're still our cut.
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
Oh, according to Liyue custom, it's probably good table manners to...
Looks delicious, traveler.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No. It's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's drenched in sauce, but somehow it just...
What is that? Crab roe?
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a succulent flavor. And the crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence,
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
Was Paimon always this well-spoken?
This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
it's half gone already? When did that happen?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate.
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
Ok. Bon, ça leur a plu.
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
« 45 primo. Ah bah ils sont plus là. Merde. « 60. Oh ça, c'est... Prochain qu'on peut pas tout faire d'un coup. Bon, ça on avait tout fait. Bon, on n'a pas fait en pro, mais Osef. Osef. Ah, ils sont toujours là, bah oui, c'est toujours le festival des lanternes.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
maintenant. Ah ouais, j'ai éventuellement un peu de salle oublié à faire. J'ai fait que le premier étage. Enfin l'étage 9. Je sais pas à quoi m'attendre pour le reste. Comme mes teams sont pas vraiment bien build, ça me fait un peu chier. Ah bon. Ah, faudrait que je mette un nitro. Eh bien, je vais mettre Silan. Là. Je vais la mettre avec... Je vais faire comme ça. Ici, je vais mettre... Je vais mettre... Peut-être elle en sub DPS. En burst. Furina en buffer et elle en heal. Alors, efficacité des soins. Ça c'est bien.
Nice and spicy. Your toe.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Hey.
Shine down. There is no escape. Quietly now.
J'ai du mal à le finir.
Our bond is strong. Strike a pose. Time to shine. Out of my way.
Glory to the Shogun.
Mais merde.
Dissipate.
Plus de maîtrise élémentaire. On va restaurer des PV, c'est bien.
Stay put.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Game's up. Fun's over.
At the frying pan. Don't be scared.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Ça va, elle cogne quand même, Maridon. Moi j'aime bien. La boîte C0.
Bond is strong. Yoo-hoo.
Strike. My apologies. Embrace the ice.
I'll settle this. Let the world come alive.
Flash.
Eh ben, je peux pas le taper. Ok, ça va.
Your journey ends here, Lord of Sand. Your sacrifice is ready.
Here comes the catch. Shine down.
Ah merde, tu peux mon outil.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Pourtant j'ai beaucoup de recharge d'énergie, je comprends pas que je l'ai pas. C'est parce que j'ai pas eu le temps de tout stacker avant.
Get with me. Out of my way. Strike a pop. Flash. Storm the front. Time to shine. Sakura swirl. Strike. Dissipate. Whirling snow.
Ok. Ah bah c'était le dernier. Ok, donc là je suis contre Koa. Comment je vois les ennemis? Voilà, 1 fois ennemi, tout simplement. Ok. Il faut mieux que je mette l'électro en deuxième du coup. Ouais. Je vais faire les mêmes teams mais avec Raiden ici. J'avais mis elle et elle. Et là, Ayaka. Ah bah.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in song.
Aïe.
Get with me. Lightning, carrot, flash. No turning back. Embrace the ice. My apology. Yoo-hoo! Time to shine. Our bond is strong. I'll settle this. Strike. Whirling snow. Glory to the Shogun.
Stay put. Nice and spicy.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Now you shall perish. Shine down. Here comes the catch.
Boba, get. Don't be scared.
Hop, prochaine salle.
Quiver. Sakura swirl. Let my name echo in song. Out of my way. Get with me. Flash. My apologies. Our bond is strong. Strike a pose. Strike. Storm the front. flight. Yeah. Ta. Ta. Yeah. Ha. Ta. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Embrace the ice. Quiver. Time to shine. Shower me with the lightning purify. Ta. Ta. Yeah. Ta. Ta. Ha. Ha. Ta. Ta. Sha. Huh. Ta. Ta. Stay put. You're toast.
Gotcha. Huh. Things are about to get dicey. There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Game's up. Fun's over. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
11-3. La 12 c'est la plus dure, c'est là où il y a les gros boss. Maîtrise élémentaire. Restaurer des PV. Bon, ça a l'air bien.
Stand with me. Ha! No turning back.
Oh, il y en a deux.
Sakura swirl. Ta. Ha. Ha. Yeah. My let my name echo in song. Dissipate. Out of my way. Strike. Ta. Ha. Ta. Yeah. Ta. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Ta. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Strike a pose. Ta. Ha. Whirling snow. Yeah. Ta. Yeah.
Ok. Next.
Don't be scared.
Another test
Nice and
subject.
spicy.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey. Illusion shattered. Ha! 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 Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Wrong test subject.
The thunder
Oh merde.
pulse.
Suffocate.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Uglay, you're up. Ready, go. Out of frying pan into the fire. You're toast. Goba, get them.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Ha! Ta! Ta! Ha! Ta! Ha! Ta!
Wrong test subject.
Ta! 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 Game's up. Fun's over. Ta! Ha! Quietly now. Ta! Ta! Ha!
Majesty's power flows through me.
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Nice and
Fais
spicy.
chier, DPS.
Stay put. Go get it, Uglay. Transformation. Ta. Hit.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Take it easy.
Get Uglay.
Quietly now.
Out of the frying pan. Hit. Stay put.
Things are about to get dicey.
Il y en a encore une comme ça. Oh, fait chier, j'ai pas eu le. Okay. Oh, je vais être obligé de recommencer. J'ai pas fait gaffe au PV de ma Raiden.
Game's up. Fun's over. Power flows through me.
You're up!
Things are about to get dicey.
Mirror images. Out of the frying pan. Stay put!
Gotcha.
Et temporairement. Va falloir que je recommence, fait chier. J'aurais ma Raiden, ça aurait été faisable. Première moitié, j'ai mis Ayaka. Merde. Sarah. Ça me donnera plus de survivabilité. Ma...
Glory to the Shogun! My apologies!
Time to shine! Go get it, Uruguay!
Quiver!
Mais merde!
Let the world come alive! Don't be scared!
Flash! Whirling snow!
Stand with me! I'll settle this! Soma, get them!
Busted. Here comes the catch. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Nice and spicy! Eat this! Dissipate! Lightning, sure!
Shine down.
Ok, Nexal.
Stay put!
Shower me with... Strike! Storm the front!
Take flight! Embrace the ice! Uruguay, you're up! Ready, go!
to get dicey. Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Shine down.
All right, my turn.
Nice and spicy.
Here comes the catch. Inazuma shines eternal.
Déjà c'est déchiré. Ça j'aime. Tac tac.
Don't be scared. Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide.
Quiver!
No turning back.
Whirling snow, Kamisato art. Sometsu!
Go get him, Uruguay. Stay put.
Take flight. Flash! Strike a pop!
Uruguay.
Yeah! Yeah! Whirling snow! Strike!
Hey, don't be scared.
Ok.
Out of my way!
Get them.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
Your Majesty's
Take it easy. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Lightning terrified!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down. Things are about to get dicey.
Get them.
Dissipate! I'll settle this!
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish. Quietly now. Shine down.
Stand with me! Again!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Out of my way!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Things are about to get dicey.
Get them. You're toast.
Dissipate! I'll settle this!
Torn to oblivion.
Ah. Bon voilà, j'ai la dernière étoile. Bon là, ça c'est chiant. Serpent des ruines. Ah, super. Winot, super. Ouais, non. Bon après je pourrais faire et... Genre même si j'ai, je sais pas, 4 étoiles, ça donne toujours des primos. Hop. Bon allez, à la base j'étais censé faire la quête de Xianyun. Hop.
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are some nice places we could go? Oh, Why don't we pay Cloud Retainer a visit at Mount Outsong? It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's always the one popping up out of nowhere and scaring us half to death. Here we are, right outside her place. Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything. And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants some... Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye? Whoa, what a pretty lady! Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Ah d'accord. J'aurais dû faire la quête d'histoire avant de faire le truc d'Olivier.
You're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of adepti. Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello? Helping you make more connections. Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends.
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer...
Wait, you're... Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look...
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As...
So, you're in...
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all.
Well?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. And, right! So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also...
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories.
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yuehai Pavilion.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to...
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one tell the number of times she returns to Mount Outsong each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Si je me TP là, je peux y arriver. J'avais hésité aujourd'hui à faire du League of Legends. Mais malheureusement, ce matin j'y ai joué. Et je suis vraiment beaucoup trop éclaté. Je me dis mais non mais c'est pas possible, je ne peux pas montrer ça aux gens. Elle est morte.
We're almost at Weihai Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud? Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go? Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can.
But why? Isn't it?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in one does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to.
Fair enough. Makes sense. All right then, we'll just pass.
Cloud Retainer?
Oh.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full.
Oh, not to worry, Ms. Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some time since I last saw.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able.
But recognizing you is, my responsibility.
One was simply passing by while attending to some important business.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important. Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got something super.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, it still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you often...
Cloud Retainer! Stop!
If you insist. We are running short on time regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last time we spoke. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form...
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Consider it.
You really think so? Not that you're not same.
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless...
Xianyun?
I assume that's a reference to the full record. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than...
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient... It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it on top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today. The books had this to say about what... Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens. Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were safe.
That's incredible!
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one art, and even if one had not interceded, the other...
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before.
Ugh, how laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell, of her monthly remuneration? Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shonaling still off and out in search of new recipes...
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. What?
Huh? But didn't you just say...
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
Huh. She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from a presence.
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of more meat to go.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take your order?
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
This is Miss Xianyun.
Master?
Huh. One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to—
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take. Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too!
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for— Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you—
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Oh non, mais je m'en fous.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with...
Oh, how should I...
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Je ne me lasse pas de ma propre
I
compagnie.
see. Just as expected of Master.
Je crois qu'elle est venue au port de Lévis surtout parce qu'elle se fait chier parce qu'elle est toute seule.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a...
Whoa, her mood shot.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Gan?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only...
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about...
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
What kind?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted... Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? At one's age, entire human generations come and go, and 'tis a most foreign sentiment. What is the reason?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the...
To me, they are both, Master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the
One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or
She got like... What, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego...
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish dip?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here?
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and...
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys? Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Xianyun.
Granny? Yep. Is there something... No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually...
Ils se connaissent.
Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always...
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms. Well, that sounds weird. Do people... Right, that's what need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confused. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning. They died young. It's just me and Oh. But it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times. Wow. You're too kind.
And me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle. And you're...
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark.
Huh? That sounds super important.
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great...
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case...
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us...
Are you sure? Paimon's Paimon.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for... Oh, we don't need any payment for this. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we...
Sounds like a plan. So, Gran...
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, a wispy...
Okay, taking that, I might have... Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh! Xingqiu knows tons about Liyue's chivalric tradition.
Are you leaving already? But I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have met—
Street word rambler?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Everyone, please eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat.
Oh mais putain, ils sont toujours dans le passage. Une héroïne qui pratiquait les arts martiaux. Ça a l'air d'être une adepte aussi en soi.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you—
Xingqiu! Great, we found you! We went—
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of—
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tian. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuenda.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew—
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool.
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu, perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character, was also often seen— You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when It's rare for a chivalric hero. I've never understood why—
We'll be sure to tell you if we made—
That's a deal. Perhaps. Behind—
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought— Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too!
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them. Like by cultivating the— So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago, the crops withered, the stream—
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly what— Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu.
It's no problem at all.
On aille voir Madame Ping.
Take it easy.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What is a—
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such—
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Aotsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a—
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say.
Well, the inquiry is approximately how much more would one need to afford?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still.
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed an...
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Hyundai have joined.
Do not be troubled, young lady.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount... I don't have many memories of him. But there was this one time, I found a box in her attic full of a bunch of weird sigils. I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's a...
Thank you.
Okay, since we have the time,
can I? Sure thing. What would you...
I have a secret I want to tell you.
What's wrong, Chuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking.
Oh! About that.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus,
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the...
One is indeed an adeptus.
I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated... I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So I just kind of wanted to ask...
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are... Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
Donc, elle aurait sauvé cette petite fille.
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out.
I'll come with.
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place that... Whoa! Shut! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold,
The glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be...
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows...
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just... The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide...
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a... One dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and trouble...
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form.
One believes there is little need to relive...
Granny, are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation should end. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud...
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to...
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount.
A long time ago, I stayed here.
Huh. So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill!
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember, I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn... One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant.
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watch me grow up.
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding...
Next location. There isn't really a landmark there. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then... It's time to round up the bad guys! Do you remember anything?
Let me think. I feel like but I don't think I stayed here too long.
Got it. That's okay.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes, I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big.
Mais ici, on était venu ici pour la quête d'histoire de Bédou.
Then Paimon will help herself.
C'est le village où Bédou avait grandi, je crois. Peut-être même le voir dans les escapades. Ouais, je sais plus. Il me semble qu'on est déjà venu ici.
Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. I remember that night. I remember falling to my I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath. But
Sin?
Un serment, un péché,
Did you do something wrong?
une présence non humaine qu'avait dit Xiao. Ce serait pas
I don't
peut-être
know. I don't
un yaksha.
remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose
Ça correspondrait avec le
again and the
combat
fog cleared
d'arts
out.
martiaux.
Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy. And so are you, Shu. But you're always going to be different from me. Why?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with. All right. Let's not.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places
Un
upon
esprit en
others.
tourment.
Fret
Ça
not.
correspond avec les
You
yaksha.
have my aid in this endeavor.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here? When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave us.
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. But they're all Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet.
Thank you. If all... Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something.
Mount Outsong,
Mount Outsong holds some familiar.
It does, but
Are you feeling unwell?
my head, it feels up.
Cloud! Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Out.
But...
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal it.
Merde. Du coup, c'était ça cette machine?
Here, this is...
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with it. Periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved...
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, we Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would...
Paimon thinks she gets it.
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as if...
And you and I, is the... It appears she has already succumbed to the depth.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the... This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny!
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes.
Granny, please don't cry.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that...
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exact some time ago.
I made a
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that
50 years ago?
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all...
Was it because of Grandpa? Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years.
Oh no. What?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monster. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, but that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness. Even looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same...
Granny! What's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea Master? Don't tell me. But...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not?
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity...
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide your... One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident.
Wait! Paimon's confused. So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after?
Perhaps...
Ouais, du coup, c'est là qu'on va la jouer.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses. Skyward! Scatter!
C'est l'auberge? Ah ouais, on est dans le vieux Liu.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly, but soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, wishing to grant you a life without regrets. One gathered many divine ingredients. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the one took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. As one expected, one was quite torn. Should one have celebrated... Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Sky! Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night. Yeah! Skyward! Hurrah! Yeah! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Seize the skies!
Elle avait mis un seau pour le protéger.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by in the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air. And one saw you care to see you happy. That was... Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
En voyageant des souvenirs.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are what one had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid. It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuandai. One recognized you. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who live.
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even—
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly for— 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One expects you too have sensed the 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, nearly even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by— One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is—
Granny? Please don't leave, okay?
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good—
Promise, Granny.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you.
That's a good girl. I'm so sorry, Master.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes, now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you—
Baron Peach.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
Grilled.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Elle a été vraiment stylée la cinématique en vrai.
Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you, Madam. Oh, Xianyun, you're awake.
I feel a little better. Thanks, Madam Adeptus. Could I,
Oh, and have you
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. I could become a cool Adeptus like you, and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you...
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus.
Xianyun, are you sure about this? Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass. If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never... Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude... That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Gone. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean...
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise, one will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing...
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Seems like you've really thought of everything. How about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense somnium mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud. Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Xianyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
C'est maintenant que je dois aller voir Tinshu ou dans 2 jours. Peut-être c'est un truc un peu annexe. Si on fait pas, c'est pas grave. Il est là. Je vais pouvoir lui parler.
We meet again, dear friends.
Great! And it's up!
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself.
Bon, attendre 2 jours. You are. Ouais, du coup, il y a Shenhi et Ganyu là, mais du festival des lanternes.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, in what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful, yes.
We're here, Cloud! Miss Xianyun?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years.
Several?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see.
Yep, they've definitely...
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just as—
Whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss.
You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Xianyun! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hard.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so...
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could,
It appears my young apprentice has her... Now, this expert you mentioned.
Soon. Here, allow me to make some
C'est Zhongli.
introductions. This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor, and Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting.
Indeed, most.
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight.
So you...
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say with...
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as
Not at all.
While I am loath to, but you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swim?
A preposterous accusation! The heaven...
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest! What fool would still harbor doubts after... I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli...
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and the same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that's... I'm sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous...
All right. Since I hired... Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite...
The Northland Bank? Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh,
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return...
Xianyun!
My friends, have you...
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy...
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you
I must say, the name Xianyun...
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you?
Well, that is true. Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable...
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better... This city is much changed from how...
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to...
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together?
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic...
Oh?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed them...
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé. One has already passed word to Xianyun and Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid...
Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li.
A humble employee of Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhang.
That should be everyone, right? What?
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even
That sounds rather implausible.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Bah, du coup, c'est pour ça qu'elle est là, à sa maison. Ok. Mais je me disais bien qu'il n'y a jamais eu de table ici. Je commençais à me dire, je suis fou. Bon, j'aimerais bien avoir Xianyun en vrai. J'aime bien. Le perso est vraiment cool. Mais je sais pas à la place de qui la mettre. À la place de Yilan ou de Furina? Parce qu'après, si je fais une team comme ça, on va dire si je mets Ayaka Shen'i, Furina Shinobu. Imaginons. Du coup, je mets Raiden Yilan. Raiden Yilan. Je mets un perso d'Andrew, genre collé. Je crois que collé est chiant à pile. Mais genre un perso comme ça. Puis à la limite, je peux remettre un perso électro, genre Sarah. Qui sert de burst buffer à Raiden. Du coup, on dit au revoir à Chevreuse et Bennett. Qui serviront pour une autre team.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Bon après, faut que je réfléchisse. J'ai 50 vœux pile. Ok. Je commence à me refaire en vrai. 50, c'est pas mal. 50. En vrai, d'ici le temps que Xianyun y arrive, il m'en faudrait 150 de troll. Comme ça, je peux louper le 50-50 et l'avoir quand même. Parce que déjà Shen-Yi, ce qui est bien, c'est que c'est... Bah, ce qui est bien, entre guillemets, j'ai son arme. Son arme signature. Oh, c'est l'or. Donc ça, ce sera vraiment cool. Parce que j'ai des armes 5 étoiles qui sont pas équipées. Genre ça, mais je joue pas de perso épée à deux mains. Ça, qui est bien que sur Shen-Yi. Mais je l'ai eu en voulant pull l'arme d'Ayaka. J'aimerais bien aussi une arme pour Ayaka, une meilleure arme, une arme dégâts critiques. De ce que j'ai vu et de ce que j'ai lu des passifs et tout, j'aimerais bien l'arme d'Al-Eitam pour Ayaka. Je pense qu'elle est même meilleure que le reflet tranche brume. Puis voilà. Bon, en tout cas, la quête de Xianyun était vraiment cool. J'ai bien aimé. En plus, la cinématique a été vraiment très stylée. Je me demande si... D'accord, c'est une décoration. Je me demande si Furina, Chlorane, tout ça, ils sont encore... dans la nouvelle zone. J'ai vu aussi, il y a eu un petit leak qui est passé de Chlorane. Ce serait plus un sub DPS électro qui irait bien avec Chevreuse. Oui, personne. Laissez-moi monter. Je vais aller chercher la carpe spirituelle. Oh, un coffre.
Today is a lucky day.
Après, pour avoir des primos, je peux genre 100% cette zone. Parce que tous les coffres ici donnent beaucoup de primos. Encore un coffre. J'aimerais bien aussi un arc pour Ilan. Enfin, j'aimerais bien... En fait, j'aimerais bien des armes pour mes persos. Parce que je trouve là, ils sont... J'ai des bons persos et tout. J'aime bien les jouer. Et je voudrais vraiment essayer de les améliorer à fond. Améliorer l'âme de ma Ayaka, de ma Ilan. Urina, c'est pas mal. Il me faudrait un healer. Un meilleur healer.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Je m'attendais à un plus gros coffre qui soit caché. Mais c'était sûr. Okay. Ils adorent cacher des trucs en bord de map. C'est quoi par là? L'antre de Storm Terror. Terror. C'est vers là? Ah ouais, on voit là.
Take it easy.
Le truc c'est que je peux même pas dire d'aller sur Honkai, y a rien sur Honkai. Je sais que c'était un coffre. C'est une caisse. Oh! Ça c'est un beau coffre.
Easy money.
En vrai, enfin, on commence à avoir fait, on va dire, le minimum dans cette zone. Hein, en termes d'exploration. Bon, ok. Il y a peut-être encore à faire. 54, 62, 39. Bon, j'ai forcément encore à faire. Bah, j'ai fait le minimum, quoi. Sur Puncealo. Puncealo. Ah, il va falloir revoir pour les prénoms. C'est pas possible. Il y a un défi. En vrai, j'avais peur que ce soit chiant pour se déplacer. Mais il y a plein de trucs comme ça, alors ça va, ça c'est cool. L'exploration est pas trop chiante. Oh, j'ai déjà fait ça. Oh, ouais, je sais pas. J'y arrive pas. Bon, j'ai rien de bien intéressant à faire. Donc là, on est plus proche de Fontaine. Du coup, Sumeru doit être juste là quelque part. Doit être là derrière. Oh, mais c'est décoré aussi. Pour le festival des lanternes. Il y a les gros poissons. Hein. Serveuse. Ça veut dire que c'est un restaurant. Si c'est un restaurant, ça veut dire que je peux acheter des recettes. Compteur, je m'en fous. Il y a une serveuse, mais il n'y a pas de chef. Ah d'accord, il vend juste du thé. Super. Marchand de thé. Un coffre.
Easy money.
Qu'est-ce que c'est là? Des millélistes? C'est vrai que j'ai jamais fait le tour du port. Entièrement. Beishu.
Take it easy.
Oh, tout est très tassé dans cette ville, on dirait. Tiens, elle vient de Fontaine. Consultante en images de marque. Un millélis. D'accord, c'est le camp des millélis. C'est là qu'ils se battent. Enfin, qu'ils s'entraînent. Oh, je peux les péter.
Busted. Take flight.
Who goes there?
Embrace the ice. Game's up. Game's over.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Bon, je leur ai pété la gueule. Ils m'ont donné un coffre.
Horse stance is a killer, but I gotta hold on.
Je vais noter une quête ici. J'en avais une. Peut-être le gars il est là que de jour. Oh. La minaret. Oh la vache. Bon, j'ai arrêté de faire l'exploration là, ça m'a saoulé un peu. Notamment avec Sumeru. J'en ai beaucoup fait. Je ferais peut-être Fontaine. Fontaine, j'aimais bien explorer. Puis une nouvelle zone. Mais bon, pas tout de suite. Ici, il me reste encore 4%, mais je ne sais pas d'où. 87, 64, 64. Bref, j'ai des trucs à faire. Mais c'est pas intéressant. Le seul problème, c'est que je vais pas m'embêter à... Enfin, c'est un peu embêtant, alors quand je le fais, je me mets genre un petit stream à côté ou un truc comme ça. Mais sinon, ouais, à faire comme ça en stream, bon, c'est pas ce qu'il y a de plus passionnant. Là, il y a eu le festival des lanternes. Techniquement, prochaine match dans 19 jours. ce sera un festival du printemps là, à Mondstadt. Normalement. Ensuite, la mise à jour d'après, il y a un événement d'été. Bon, l'année dernière, c'était à Sumeru. Et après, on arrive vers le mois de septembre. C'est la nouvelle mage d'Atlan.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Tac. Bon, je vais arrêter là. Enfin, je vais arrêter là. Je vais cut Genshin. Je vais faire un tour vite fait sur Honkai, voir si j'ai un petit truc à faire ou pas. Je voudrais voir si je peux faire un univers simulé. Mais il me faut 40-80. Il faut 160 puissance de pionnier. Je crois pas j'ai assez. Ah, c'est vrai que le launcher il s'affiche toujours. « 160. » J'ai refait une run, enfin 2-3 runs hors stream de l'univers simulé. J'avais 4, 6 bénédictions d'annihilité, pas plus. Le dernier que j'ai fait en stream, j'en ai eu 14. Je sais pas, il y a une bénédiction quand je suis en stream, ça tombe tout seul. Et en vrai, c'est beaucoup plus dur sans les bénédictions. Mais j'ai vraiment fait une run incroyable le dernier coup. Elle était vraiment cool. Ah bon, j'ai toujours pas eu ce que je voulais. Mais j'en ai eu une qui peut être intéressante. Mais je suis pas convaincu. Je crois que j'ai eu attaque flat. Donc augmentation de dégâts de vent. Attaque flat. J'ai eu, je crois, chance de coup critique ou dégâts critiques. Un truc comme ça. Un des deux. Et effet de rupture. Une femme d'une grande beauté à la fois calme, réfléchie et professionnelle. Je suis quand même 1100 au minimum. Pas de panique si vous n'entendez rien. Bon, ouais. Pourquoi il n'y a pas le son ? Ok, là il y a le son. Mais j'ai rien fait de particulier. Ok. Bon, j'ai combien de... Encore. Bon, je vais faire une run. En plus, il y a les récompenses x2 là. L'annihilité. Ah, il faut que je recharge mon téléphone. Attendez, j'arrive. Une console, je vais aller voir. C'était pas important. Attendez. Ok, c'est bon. Alors, néilité. Tomber sur les deux combats en même temps, ça c'est cool.
Destiny's course. The seal of ill fate descends.
Hop.
That breathing sensation. What would you like again? Ill tidings manifest.
You took the leap.
You took the leap. Ah.
Does that hurt? Destiny's course is becoming apparent. The seal of ill fate descends. May as well kill them all. Relax.
Le soutenir, la destruction, la prudence. Nildis. Qu'est-ce que Nildis? Salut, le haha. Daha.
They don't look happy to see Make a wish.
A little something for every 100% quick.
Mind your manners. Memories are ever chained beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss. Good times, never time to say bye.
Là par exemple dans cette composition là ça aurait été très bien d'avoir Lyosha. Parce que il retire les bonus des ennemis.
That breathing sensation.
Time for a buzz.
Stand still.
C'est vrai que j'ai tendance à oublier les dégâts de zone que fait Arcane. Hop, et du coup, il se gêne pas.
The threads of destiny, the seal of ill fate descend. caught in the net. Relax.
This combat needs optim. At this speed, too slow.
Oh, ces sbires là, ils sont ignorables. Oh, il est pas mort. Voilà. Merci les cumuls d'arcane. L'annéilité, let's go. Oh dommage, j'aurais voulu un truc de l'annéilité. Alors. C'est nul. Ouais, c'est pareil, chance d'appliquer les effets, j'en ai plus besoin. Oh, super.
Destiny's course is again ill tidings manifest. May as well kill them all.
Time for a buzz. Looks like look, listen, feel, kick.
Stand still. The seal of ill fate descends. That breathing sensation. Relax.
J'ai du mal à calculer les dégâts, tellement il y en a. Non. Ah. Bon, j'ai toujours pas la résonance. J'arrive souvent à avoir la première formation. Mais pas assez.
Destiny's course is again ill tidings manifest. Stand still.
Ok. 40% de régène d'énergie, on prend.
Destiny's course is the seal of ill fate descends. May as well kill them all. Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Time for a buzz. You don't look, listen, feel, kick.
Relax. Again, ill tidings manifest. That breathing sensation.
Tu vas la calculer. Ah yes, ça j'aime bien. Zone d'event. Les architectes. Bon, ça va être un truc de la préservation. Oh, obtenir une bizarrerie. Oh, ça c'est bien. Oh, let's go.
Ready when you are.
Make a wish.
A little something for it. 100% quick.
Memories lies an endless abyss. Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
This combat needs optimizing.
210 000 sur un petit ulti, ça va. C'est raisonnable. Ça pourrait être mieux.
Such an elusive. The seal of ill fate descends.
Time for a buzz. Beautiful.
Stand still. What would you like again? Ill tidings manifest.
Ok. Pas mal. J'aime bien. Prendre ça. Le dé c'est chiant, ça va. J'enlève toutes mes bizarreries, je les aime bien. Et c'est nul. Je vais bientôt niveau 69. Ok, on diminue. Oh. Mais pourquoi il fait noir?
Destiny's course. The seal of ill fate descends. May as well kill them all. Memories are ever beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss.
Well, listen, feel, kick.
Relax. The threads of destiny again, ill tidings manifest. That breathing's insane.
Time for a buzz.
Quoi? Mais j'ai en cage avec l'ouvre d'argent, normalement il aurait dû avoir le truc. Merde.
Stand still.
Can you let me have some fun?
Ça. Prendre ça. Oh, je prends ça. Zone de combat.
Destiny's course. The seal of ill fate descends. May as well kill them all. Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Ouais, j'ai pas mis le truc de la nihilité. La formation là. 168 000. Sans avoir mis d'effet supplémentaire sur la durée. Sachant que l'enchevêtrement ne provoque pas d'effet sur la durée.
Time for a buzz. You don't look so good.
Relax. Again, ill tidings manifest. That breathing sensation.
Zone de repos, donc ça veut dire c'est la fin. Hop, hop, hop. Interface de renforcement. On va améliorer l'unité défense, ça, hop. On va améliorer ça. On va améliorer ça. On va améliorer ça. Enfin, quoi que ça, c'était pas très utile pour le boss. Ça, c'est cool. Voilà. Bon, j'en ai 12. C'est déjà mieux que 4. On engage avec ça, ça fait proc les ruptures quoi qu'il arrive.
Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss. Good times, never time to say bye.
Seulement, je m'attendais à plus.
May as well kill them all.
Pourquoi je fais pas de dégâts?
Stand still.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Death here, all yours. Then breathing sensation.
Ah là ça commence à cogner. Ah, elle commence à choper aussi des stacks de suspicion. C'est ça aussi qui fait que... Ah, ok. Oh, j'ai pas d'énergie. J'aurais peut-être dû garder mon ulti, je pense que ça a été mort. Off. Utiliser l'ulti Bailou.
Too good to me.
More enemies.
Tac.
The threads of destiny aren't. The seal of ill fate descends. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss. That breathing sensation. Stand still.
500 000.
Let's do it again when you're leveled up.
Je sais pas ce que je veux. 500 000. Faut s'en rendre compte. Énorme. 15. Ok. Bah finalement je vais faire que des runs en stream. Hein. Ça en réussit mieux. Bon allez tac. Du coup je vais arrêter là moi. Hop, on change de scène. Bon c'était bien cool. On aura découvert le nouvel event. On aura... Je sais pas si je vais avoir stream dessus. S'il n'y a pas d'autres contenus sur Genshin qui arrive, je ferai le contenu hors stream. Parce que j'ai l'impression que tout le contenu il y en aurait pour 20 minutes. Et après on se fait chier pendant le reste du temps. Mais ouais. Du coup... Donc on a commencé par le nouvel event. On a fait un peu d'abysse. Et de salles. 9 et 10. 10 et 11 plutôt. Et on a fait la quête d'histoire de Xianyun. Je sais pas pourquoi je vais inverser. Xianyun. Et on a fait un petit tour dans l'univers simulé. Donc voilà, c'était bien cool. Donc n'hésitez pas à me follow sur Twitter pour être averti des lives. Et sur YouTube pour avoir toutes les rediffusions. Il y en a une qui est sortie ce midi. C'était l'event qu'il y avait avant la mise à jour de Penacony. Voilà. Oui, j'ai de l'avance. Penacony va bientôt arriver à la 2.1. Enfin non, à la phase 2. Et je sais pas encore les streams de la 2.0 de mis dessus. Bon, c'est pas grave. Sur ce, il me reste plus qu'à vous souhaiter une bonne fin de journée. Une bonne fin d'après-midi plutôt. Une bonne journée. Et puis je vous dis à la prochaine. Je sais pas quand. Techniquement demain après-midi je pourrais stream mais j'ai rien à faire. J'ai rien à faire. Ça. Bon je verrai. Si j'ai une illumination je streamerai sinon... Voilà. Mais pour être au courant, bah suivez-moi sur Twitter. Allez, ciao ciao.
We'll be right back.